Hey, Dr. Bregman, how are you doing?
Good, Linda. How are you?
Well, I'm feeling quite positive, actually. And I think that's good in this negative time. And certainly, this great question that we just got deals with the power of positivity. And here's what Margaret from Charlotte, North Carolina says. Dear Dr. Bregman, years ago, I read the book, Power of Positive Thinking. I'm going to read it again. What do you think about positive thinking and how it reprograms your brain into action and perhaps a happier life? Certainly good lessons during the pandemic. Well, I would say that I read that book from Norman Vincent Peale. That was a New York bestseller for months and months and months. And it went over 10 lessons or 10 rules that you should follow. And I just wanted to know, I mean, that was obviously from this author's point of view, but how do you approach it? Because I know you're a really positive person and you really promote positive thinking. And I think I would like to, ask you what you think, or I should ask you, how do you get there? How do you get to thinking positively on a regular basis?
Well, like a lot of things that are really worthwhile, you got to work on it. So it's not anything that comes out of the blue. Our attitudes, our moods shape all of our thinking. So somehow, if we could improve our mental set, some people meditate, have some mindfulness things during the day, that they could think about themselves. I think that's like very, very important. A lot of people, they are distraught over things that are going on with their lives during the day, and they don't get any resolution of it. And when I talk to a lot of people, say, well, what's going on? How you doing? And people say, well, this is troubling me. Oh, well, what's bothering you? And then we'll go through my marriage. Okay, then let's talk about it, okay? And we highlight it. It's like called the Hawthorne effect. We highlight some things that we really want to change, and by making small increments of change, we could feel very fulfilled and come to a larger goal. So I think it's kind of us taking charge of ourselves, taking a look and assessing what's going on with ourselves and dealing with it in a positive way.
Well, just to bring up something we said last week, I mean, obviously positive thinking and to do it regularly takes some practice. And it's just not one thing. It's not just meditation and mindfulness, but what about, as we brought up last week, gratitude? You came up with a great idea of what we should do. It was an exercise of what you should do every night before you go to sleep.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Freud said the royal road to the unconscious was through our dreams. So a lot happens to us during our dreams. So one of the things that I have found to be amazing is if you don't understand how to work something out and you come up with some solutions before you go to bed and you write them down, you'd be amazed at how your mind works on it and you could fix it, during while you're sleeping. One little thing, we were in the Bahamas years ago and our outboard engine didn't work. So I brought out the manual and I spent hours and hours, couldn't fix it. So I said, I'll sleep on it. Woke up the next morning, fixed it. And the family was amazed. So there's something about allowing some of your sleeping time to cure you.
And like you said last week, just to bring that up again, gratitude. I'm only saying this because I find when I get negative, so easy to do during the age of the pandemic, is to say this could be worse, or look at what I have. This is not so bad. And to be reminding yourself of the blessings that you do have.
No, there's no doubt about it. And you really need to practice at it. And the exercise I gave was to write down each night 3 things with a little pad by your bed and things that you're grateful of. And then you'd be surprised. You wake up in the next morning and there they are. And then next day work on something else. And before long, you may really be thinking that way. And it really helps to become more adaptive and resilient.
Yeah, resilient, your favorite word. And we all must be more resilient. And that way, we're all going to get through this in a positive way, right?
I agree. We will get through it and we'll be better for it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. It was nice talking to you as always.
Same here, Linda. Bye-bye.
Don't suffer alone. At BregmanMD, we can help with our years of online therapy experience. Just give us a call or contact us online.